like this is going to be your best
Listen.
podcast ever.
Epicurean, but OFC and pink lemonade's pretty damn good. It'll put your boat in the marsh. Jesus did not die so you could eat yellow number 5. Excitable.
The nose starts off gentle with noticeable sense of grain that takes shape in the form of fresh baked bread.
Ma'am, you're in the wrong podcast. Educated-ish. I have used the term overproof for so long without really knowing what it
constitutes.
Because for
Is
me,
there a definition officially?
welcome to Bitches and Bourbon.
Hi, April. I'm wonderful. How are you?
Okay, so we're kind of faking the funk a little bit, and I always try to be real transparent when we do that. Of course, these will be released in whatever order they're released in, but we did just finish recording an episode of Books with Bitches and Bourbon.
Yes.
And I don't know which order these things will come in, so what we're going to do really quick is we have a full house here today because we had some of the ladies from the book club join us, and as luck would have it, now that we've finished recording the episode for Books with Bitches and Bourbon, we are now going to record what will be our season finale for season 2.
Yay!
Oh, bitch, I didn't tell you. 12 countries, not 10.
Yeah!
12.
2 more.
12 countries. Yes.
And how many downloads?
I don't know. I didn't even look. I just saw 12
It's been a minute
countries.
since we've looked.
I only saw 12 countries, and so I was like, that's the fucking shit right there. I am, of course, I'm April, and I'm here with you. And then there's
Reba.
And she's here with us. And we have the amazing
Kobi,
She's here with us.
I am munching in y'all's ear.
And then we have
Silva.
Yay. And then we have
Maria.
Yay.
Yay.
And so if you're just joining us, and so it seems a little weird, we have 2 Melissas, and that's why they will be referred to as Kobi and Silva. If not, we get all fucked up. But if you hear us go back and forth about what we do, that's what we do. So today, what we are going to do to finish off season 2 is our darling infinity bottle. I don't know what we're going to switch to after this. And I hope it's good. This is always the episode.
I'm really surprised how low it is.
Well, everybody.
I know that it's been tasted on.
Yeah, everybody that comes in here wants to taste it, and we let them.
We have lots of extra room now for the next season.
We have to get started.
So can you explain the infinity bottle?
Yes.
As soon as it's still good. Yay! You don't like it?
I was going to say, I think that's one opinion.
No, it's definitely... I'm surprised how much of the Scotch taste is in there.
Oh, that's right. So Reba is not the scotchiest Scotcher on the planet, but there's not.
Yes, there is.
No, it's just the Glenmorangie.
Hence why I'm surprised how much I taste it.
Oh, got you.
So
the concept behind the infinity bottle is when you drink and when you get down to like the last little bit, some people do first pour, most people do last pour.
It's got some pretty tears.
It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. But what they do is they just put it in a decanter, and that becomes an infinity bottle that's just continuously building upon itself. And so, like Reba said, every time we open a bottle for an episode, a pour or so goes into the infinity bottle. So this is the Bitches and Bourbon blend. And so in this infinity bottle, what we have, what?
I was counting how many there were just from season 2.
Yeah, we did pretty good this season.
Yes, we did.
So we have everything in Infinity Bottle 1, and there'll be a link to that list in the show notes. But I decided today, when we go through what bottles are in here, I'm not recapping.
No.
Because once we get to like season 10, there'll be like 60, 70 of them, and I'm not taking...
We'll be reading it for an hour.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But so this infinity bottle has everything from season 1, and then it has the Glenmorangie Tale of Winter, the Willett Pot Stilled Reserve, Crown Royal, Smoke Wagon Straight, Heaven's Door, Eagle Rare 10, Redbreast 12. So that's what's in here. And I think it's delicious. I think it's the prettiest color.
It is very pretty.
And it's just and it's we're having it neat. We haven't even put ice in it, and I don't feel like it needs it. And I'm just super excited about that.
I'm happy with how it turned out. I was a little worried. I'm like, we've got a whole lot of shit in there right now.
Yeah, but it's all whiskey, and we're not going to put anything that's not whiskey in there.
Yeah, I know.
I do think that I would like to start season 3
Smell it?
with the Herradura, I think.
Okay.
I'm ready.
But we're not putting that in
No,
there?
no.
Okay.
We're not. I'm not putting tequila in there. That's not happening.
It smells real spicy.
Anyone else want to?
It's not real spicy though, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's not spicy at all. Actually,
I think a little bit, maybe.
do you?
Yeah. A little bit.
Did you guys taste it?
Mm-mm.
They're just smelling.
Why?
I think I would like mine with like a cube of ice in it.
Oh, we can make that happen. We can definitely make.
Did you taste it?
I didn't. I'm afraid that if I drink it, I'm gonna want more.
Well, you won't get a lot out of that one because actually I'm not even going to take another drink out of that one. I'm going to go pick a different bottle to do the rest of this episode with.
So we're just going to continue on with this bottle that you have here
Yes.
into season 3.
It-
Is that what we're doing?
Yeah.
We always do. This is the
Gotcha.
same bottle from everything from season 1's been poured in there, everything from season 2 has been poured in there, and we just keep going.
I don't know if it's... I'm struggling with the word, but it's almost like caramely sweetness.
It's a tinkier sweeter than
Yeah.
I would have particularly preferred.
It was, especially on the front, those flavors.
Yes. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably the Crown.
Yeah, probably.
If I had to guess, I would think that's the Crown influence in there.
Yeah, like Glenmorangie had a little bit of a...
I don't know.
I mean,
Obviously,
obviously it could be from season 1 list too. we only got about 20 to choose from.
I know. Who knows? Maybe I put my finger in it and it got real sweet. I don't know. I did not put my finger in the infinity bottle. That is not, but it would make it real sweet.
Yeah, nobody's allowed to drink out of the infinity bottle. Like we do have some rules. Like that's the one thing we don't pour. Like it has to. We don't drink out of a bottle. You know that's going to get poured in there. Like we're very
Sanitary.
yes.
Which means I have to get another bottle of Penelope so that we can do an episode on the Penelope because we drank all out of that bottle.
Yes.
Yes, that was the night that's the night I got banned on TikTok. But
Every time I come in here.
That's not the same. That's not the same bottle.
yeah, that's the bottle we brought home.
The bottle was not that full.
Oh, no. You talking about the bottle that we finished at the Bourbon Club.
Yeah,
But we drank out of that bottle too.
that night.
That night.
when we got here.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes. So the bottle from Bourbon Club is in the
Yes.
house because
Okay.
I stole it.
Yes.
Well, I didn't steal it. It was just an empty bottle. And I
Yes.
just threw it in my purse and brought it home because souvenir. What?
We ended up on Penelope's Insta.
We did. Oh, yeah.
Don't you
Penelope.
love when that happens?
I do.
love when I post shit. I'm like, put my post on that page.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. We ended up on Penelope Bourbon's Insta story. I was a little excited about that, and so we have some. I guess I need to go through this stuff really quick because we have had a pretty big 2 weeks because I've been on break from school, and so I've kind of put a lot of work in, and I'm fucking tired of getting.
I want some ice. I have to see if
Put
what
some ice.
changes.
We'll put ice in there.
Because we talked about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you want any?
Yeah, of course I do. Ice is good. Ice is delicious, and it's my favorite sound. I love that sound.
I like ice that
Will you give me
comes
my glass
already
so I
made
don't
out of the
stand
ice
like
maker.
wood?
I hate making ice balls. When I used to bartend, you'd have to make them at the beginning of the shift. Oh my god, that was like the worst.
See, I'm a dirty martini kind of gal.
I'm okay with the dirty martini. Shaken. I want it to be like super sloppy, like a.
You want to know who got
frozen.
me on them?
Really? Yeah, that was me.
What?
I was like, I want something savory. So we started going to Sandals resorts. And I was like, I get so tired of this sweet. Everything is a daiquiri or, whatever. Basically Kool-Aid with some kind of alcohol in it. I get to a point where, I hit a wall with it. And I told April, I was like, I need to, embrace either enjoying a dirty martini or, a Bloody Mary. And I'm still not on the Bloody Mary train. Have not gotten there.
Me
Want to, haven't,
I'm
whatever.
on both of those trains. That's
We
probably
went-
the problem.
We went to lunch one day, okay? Lunch. And I was like, and she's like, we're going to do this today. So she told the bartender, extra dirty. That was it. That's all she wrote.
I do. I like my.
Ever since then.
I like my martini slutty. I do.
She's like, yeah, she told her the dirtier the better.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I was getting myself into, so.
It's addictive. And then you have to, I like it shaken. Super frothy, frozen, like almost to like where it is like a daiquiri consistency. But you have to drink it quickly because after it starts to melt, it tastes different.
You think so?
I do. So then that means I just have to suck it down faster.
Well, you know.
I'm happy regardless. If it's nice and chilled, I love a dirty. So good. The downside is I did all this preparation for going to, my little trips in the summer. And when you go to Sandals, they don't do dirties. They don't even have olives, okay?
What?
Yeah.
Hi,
All for
husband.
nothing.
What you need? What you want?
Oh, I was just gonna steal a shot of something.
You want some
You
Blue
want,
Note?
you want some Blue Note?
Hey, Deacon.
Mike, have you met Maria?
I don't think so.
Maria,
Hey,
Mike,
hey,
Mike, Maria.
Why are your dogs bigger than me? I saw both of them when I first walked up, and I was like, I think her dogs are both bigger than me.
Because you're tiny.
Mm.
Baby, how'd you like that Blue Note?
I didn't even taste that. Just
He had it. This is the one we opened together whenever she was gone.
I don't even remember that.
When we were drunk calling her at like
When I was in
2 o'clock
Ireland.
in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's 9 o'clock their time. They forget that makes it 2 o'clock in the morning Ireland time, and I get this drunk FaceTime, and they're like, and I'm like, oh my fucking god, I have to be up in like 2 hours.
I missed her. Like it was like 2 days from when she was going to be coming home, and it was really like only the second time I think that I had talked with her while she was gone. Yeah, I was ready for her to be home.
All right. Interestingly enough, we just put ice on.
I really enjoy it with ice.
I don't. I like it better neat. How the tables have turned.
Yeah.
Nope. I like this infinity bottle better neat. But we are gonna move on to the Blue Note. I think after this we have a bottle of the Blue Note uncut. I have no idea where this bottle has been because, like I said, it was on the drunk FaceTime. So I'm certain somebody has drank out of the bottle. So we're going to do an episode on it.
I will not guarantee whether that did or did not occur because I really couldn't tell you.
So we're just going to have to get another bottle of that.
I know it's like 118 proof or some shit.
Is it fucking really?
Oh yeah.
121.3, ladies and gentlemen. That is a night ender.
Yes. Hence why we were drunk as
FaceTiming.
fuck. And I'm crying to you
All right, so the positive is...
because, like, I think Mike and I pretty much drank all of that.
All right, so the positive is there's only like a fourth of the bottle left.
Yeah.
So how much damage can we really do? No, I mean with the 121
Yes,
proof.
I understand, but then it gets us to that point, and then we're like,
Oh, what else can we get into?
we have 50 other bottles to choose from.
I like my collection. I think it's beautiful.
I like our collection
Along with your little
beautiful.
tea collection over here.
that have never been used.
Okay.
Trying to dress it up over here.
All right. So I found this tea set at one of those new, not trashy trailer type garage places, stores. It's the same place I found Marilyn. It's the same place I found Audrey. And I just saw it, and it was like $40, and I had to have it. One day I'm going to research the pattern and figure out that it's going to fund my retirement. Because I have all the pieces, right? I mean, I have the teapot, I have the creamer, I have the sugar dish, I've got all the cups and saucers. Like, it's a full. And those are only 2 cups because that's the only thing that fits. And I think that 1 teacup just looks sad and lonely. So I had to put 2 of them up there. Because, I mean, really, a full tea service with only 1 cup. Like, I have friends. I do. Like, I need more than 1 cup. I will drink alone.
Should we tell them what's sitting in the cups?
You can.
Oh, okay.
Is that a G.I. Joe?
Oh my God, is there a G.I. Joe? See, I was going off the corks for the
That's
wine.
from our paintball.
I was
Yeah.
like,
world.
it's an albino G.I.
sorry.
Joe at that. It's not even green.
I think there's a green one
I
over there
think
too.
it's-
There it is.
he's laying
on the
down.
table. On the table. You gotta look at the table.
Yeah. There. Yeah.
And then the corks for the wine.
So
That's what we're looking at.
So what happens is, if you've seen the Bitches and Bourbon banner, that comes from a place called Under Industries, and Under is the people that do our paintball jerseys, and every time they send us a shipment of whatever, there are always these little
Army men in them.
army men inside of them, and I just think it's so super cute, and I just can't throw them away.
So those are the ones that came with the banner.
Yep.
So they've earned their spot in the
They're,
bitch barn.
They're in our bitch barn in my little teacup, and I think it's a fine use of a teacup to store army men. Like, I don't know. I think that if I drink enough, I can turn that into a statement on gender as a social construct.
Getting a little too deep, girl.
Not yet, baby, but I'm working on it. All right, so Reba and I are jamming on this Blue Note after we finished our infinity bottle glass. Kobi, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Are you doing something? She's like,
Work.
scroll.
I'm not working for once.
No, she's fucking
I'm
unemployed.
Real estate, so great.
What are you drinking, ma'am? Tell the world. What are you drinking? What are you working on?
You know, Skinny Girl, the wine collection. Cabernet, 100 calories for the whole bottle.
She completely ignores the part underneath the 100 calories that
It
says
doesn't exist. It doesn't.
it does.
If I didn't read it, it didn't happen.
She literally is the one that read it to us.
I did read it.
I know.
But,
Wait, I, need
I was
to know,
trying.
I didn't read it. I need to know what it says now.
Well, originally she
it
was
says
trying to
100
say.
calories, but
Yeah.
you know, in this very small print that's basically the same color as the label, it says per 5 fluid ounces is a serving.
So
But we're going to ignore that because what's in bold gold print
It is 100
is
calories.
100 calories. So I'm going to assume that's the whole bottle.
I'm right there with you. It's for
Because-
the whole bottle.
It's
Because
I mean,
it's
this goes
bath.
with the week that I've been having, so I don't really give a F about the per servings.
This would go great with my 100-calorie popcorn, and I could drown all of my mortgage sorrows in that.
There you go. I mean, come on. We're just going to plan this. This is going to be a date between the two of us.
This is it.
We're going to bitch about how the real estate market,
Sucks.
yeah, when you're in it, you know? I mean, come on.
I will tell you this: I have a theory that calories shared with friends don't count at all.
Oh, I'm for
I'm
that.
okay with that.
Right?
I mean, that was a true description of Bookcation. I mean,
Cheers
you
to
know,
that.
you start the morning with good intentions. All of us were out there. We're gonna go get our morning walk. Oh, great! Let's go for a walk. Okay.
To the closest bar.
We did. No, we never.
No,
We
really?
had the bar. No,
No.
we had the bar.
Everybody got their walk in before mimosas, and then it was downhill from there.
Or
But you
uphill.
worked for
Or
it.
uphill.
You deserved it. You
That's
worked
right.
for it
We
already.
did.
That's right.
We
That's
did.
how I feel.
We did.
My intention on my walk every morning was I get champagne. This is what I
Yes.
do to get champagne. I'm like, this is so great. And then that's
I
what we
just
did.
gotta make it
I
back
mean,
up this fucking hill
We
at
had
an angle.
Exactly. We had these peanut butter pretzels. Everybody was fucking going to town on them. Okay, it was great. Everything.
We did. We had to walk every day to compensate for all the cheese we ate.
Yes.
It was literally 4
The chocolate
days, Maria. It was
strawberries.
4
Oh,
days.
those are so good.
I found some raspberries.
They do, and blueberries.
But I haven't found
And
the strawberries. I
bananas.
have not found the strawberries.
If I
Sorry.
find them,
You're fine.
I'll tell you.
We're having
They were
it's
so
all
good.
conversation.
So good.
But it was 4 days of charcuterie, booze, books, and yoga pants. We never left the house.
Like,
Which is a
fucking
good
dream
thing. Because
vacation.
we were
We
driving
never.
up, I was like,
We did not get back in the car from the time we got out and unpacked. We did not get back in the car until it was time to check out and leave.
it was great.
It was fantastic.
Until like the first night, the first day, even April was like, will you please just chill the fuck out? And I'm like, high alert. Got my gun right by my side, ready.
Damn, I need this in my life. I'm like, what month is it? I'm like, I can still plan a staycation here at Tybee and do that for a weekend. Hold on a
did.
second.
We rented an 8-bedroom cabin in the mountains.
It was great.
It was fabulous. We're going next April too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we picked a different house. It's on a lake. It's a lake house this time, someplace in South Carolina. And if you ask any of us what city we're in, we have no idea
Don't know.
because we don't care.
No.
We're not going anywhere.
to our
Minor details.
destination.
Yeah, well, we don't care. Like we're not going anywhere. Like,
We're not trying to find stuff to go do.
Like we didn't even have to go to the grocery store. Like, all right, Silva, what's in your cup?
Rum.
What kind of rum? Say more, baby. Say more. People want to know.
My husband made it for me, so I just know it's
Oh.
rum. So, I mean,
You guys don't have your go-to rum at home?
he was like, it's
Oh, no.
not Dan's favorite rum. So it's
Dan is-
Bamboo.
Yeah,
Bamboo is the
that's Dan's favorite.
Dan has all different
favorite
kinds of
rum.
rums.
So this is not. This is a coconut rum.
Yeah, Dan is our rum connoisseur.
Yep.
I'm not really a huge rum fan. It's too sweet for me. But Dan, like if you need to know anything about rum, have a rum, get a rum. Dan's got your rum.
Well, listen, Melissa, I'm going to tell
Here's
you
a
right
rum,
now.
there a rum,
If
everywhere
that's
rum,
the
rum.
case, you guys should come to Jamaica. We'll do a rum tour.
I think she's a travel agent.
Here's my plug. No, we do have a travel agent. She's just not here right now.
No, we would think that you're the travel agent the way
Listen.
you've been pushing it.
I'm all for everybody coming, okay? Because when I go, my husband does not drink at all. He doesn't drink at all.
At
He'll
all.
have one beer while we're on vacation for an entire week. And it's
wow.
it's just me all by
That's different.
myself, you know?
She doesn't.
And I
want
don't
beer.
have any shame in my game. I'm like, whatever. You know what you got yourself into, so here I am. Okay?
You begged for this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. However, it would be nice to have a partner or two to get myself into trouble with.
Yeah, how is there no drunk sex on vacation?
Well, I mean, this year we had Ava. So.
Well, I know, but like regularly. Like if he doesn't drink whenever he's going, like not one night of drunk sex. That's
I mean, it might be the one night that he has red
One
stripe.
beer. Yes, what?
Red stripe. You know, that's our
The
go-to
beer.
in Jamaica.
beer, yeah.
You know, I gotta get him the red stripe light. It's all good.
I didn't even know they made Red Stripe Light.
Oh, they sure do. You ain't gonna find Miller Lite at a Sandals resort. Let me just tell you. Red stripe.
Is Ted like watching his figure or something?
No.
Is he worried about what the beer is going to do to his beard? Like, what's going on there?
Listen. If he said if he's down, I'm like, listen, I'll go get it for you.
Fair.
I'll pay for it.
I'm the same way.
AKA,
I'm the
it's
same
an
way.
all-inclusive resort, so you know.
I'll tip. I'll leave the tip.
I wonder how that works. Like with the pickup line, baby, can I buy you a drink?
But when I lost my ring in the pool, the lady who found it, Ted's like, dinner's on us.
I love that.
All right, Miss Maria, what's in your glass?
I am drinking some rum with 2 ice cubes.
And you said something about high school when you poured that bottle, didn't you?
We drank a lot of this shit in high school. Oh my god.
That was like what, 3 years ago?
I wish. Oh my god, I ran into somebody from high school last week, and I feel so bad because I have no idea who the hell this guy is.
Oh, I hate when they do that.
Not a clue. But he's a realtor, so I need to like make nice. And so but the weird thing is he's like rattling off these people that he used to hang out with and like the houses and then areas, and I'm like, these are all the same people that I was around all the time. How the hell do I not know you? Not a freaking clue.
You must have drank a lot of rum in high school. Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my fault. All my friends were older than me, and they were bad influences. Not me.
I don't know if I would necessarily call that a bad influence.
No, it was a bad influence. Trust me on that one.
I don't know. We kind of like our influences.
No. They were good times, but nothing I can say on recording.
Oh, you wouldn't. We tell some fucked up stories on the. But yes, I've full disclosure. I've told everybody sitting at this table, you can share as little or as much as you want. Like, I am as open as it gets, and so yeah, you're not going to shock me. So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, high school was. Can I ask when you graduated?
I graduated in 99. So most of my friends graduated in 97 and 96.
Very cool.
I was the only one there by the time I graduated.
That still makes you the baby.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, yes, in terms of people who have been on the podcast.
I mean, just in this room.
Yeah, in this room, for
In
sure.
this room. But fuck you for sure. Fuck you all the way. For sure.
All right.
I'm going to throw these damn french fries at you.
When?
No, she really is the baby. Because, when
When did you
still
graduate?
03.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm a baby.
Yeah. Yeah. She hasn't even made 40 yet.
No.
Oh, wow.
I'm knocking on the door, but I'm not quite there yet.
You just made what, 38?
37. I'll be 38
In February. Yeah.
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 This is different because usually I'm the youngest one in the group.
I'm
Like-
always the baby. I've always hung out with people that are older than me.
Older is fine. Older is fine. I've never lied about my age. I own all my years. I'm very appreciative of all of my years. But for sure. For sure. I'm like,
It's not a negative thing. You're taking it there.
no, you did that. Not
No,
me.
I did not.
I just recently hit 40.
Yeah. We welcomed her into the
Listen.
club.
Was it you? Were we having that conversation where people, like, they turn 40? It's the one time where in their lives they don't complain. People hate being in their 20s. They hate being in their 30s. The 40s,
I was not
people
thrilled
thrive.
about hitting there.
People thrive.
I was thrilled to to turn 40. Like 40 was my fucking year. Like I loved. Now, granted, it was clean up on aisle 12, right? Like
Well, there's some shit that happened.
Yes, there is some shit that happened, and I'm glad it happened, right? When I turned 40, and I just scorched the fucking earth. I was just like,
It was great though. She had the best cake for her 40th.
I know some bitch brought it to the house. I don't remember who
I'm
it
not
was.
gonna take any credit or anything. It was great.
I don't remember who brought it. I think there was like a giraffe or something on it.
Maybe a hippo. In a bathing suit with a drink in her hand. Maybe, just maybe. With Hawaiian flowers on it.
And it came from a friend, so the calories didn't count.
Right. There was
Win-win.
more than one tier. I think there were,
Win-win.
if I remember correctly, probably 3.
But who was counting?
Who's counting?
Yeah, so that birthday party was pretty fucking fire. We did an adult field day. Like we did like the sack race and the tug of war. Silva was there too.
time.
Yeah, it was so much fun. I had a 40 piñata, and it was filled with the little airplane bottles of booze when it broke open. Like we literally had the fucking best time on the planet. I wore a tutu.
She did.
Yeah, we did an all girls photo shoot before the party started. So we did a cake smash. You know how they do with the babies. We did all.
I think the 40s have been okay. My 40th birthday sucked balls, but everything after that has been okay. It's not as bad as I thought it was.
No, I burnt my whole life down, and it was funny because somebody asked my mom about it after, like, my name started rolling all throughout the town, because that's what happens in a small town. And somebody asked my mom about it, and she was like, I think April just turned 40. And she looked at her first 40 years and looked at her next 40 years, and she just said no. And that's I would have never put it so well, but she's absolutely fucking right. I just said no. And it was, God bless y'all. Like, these two were with me through, like, the whole thing. I thought this one was going to divorce me, but she didn't, and I was so super appreciative.
It's because I'm always considered the mean one.
Well, not considered.
Own that
But
shit,
that just
bitch.
means when she hits 40, we have to go all out.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Stand by to stand by. You hear me? When that one turns 40, it's on.
A good time was had by all. and not just the birthday girl.
And we have pictures. And it was fantastic.
Yes.
I recently had a camera developed that was from high school. One of those disposable cameras.
Yeah.
I found it, and
You are the bravest woman I've ever met in my whole
my
entire
God.
life.
It's like, here you go.
That would have
we recently did that.
fuck
one too.
that.
there was stuff on there, and I was like, my kid was around, like, what's on there? And I was like, nothing, not a single picture turned out. It was a bad camera.
Fuck that. That is going straight into the fire. Like, do not pass go. Do not collect $200. That is going straight into the fire pit.
My curiosity wouldn't let me do that, though. I would have to get it developed because I couldn't stand not knowing. My curiosity, I couldn't do it, though, I don't think.
Okay,
I was
so
not
maybe
sure what was going to be on there.
maybe if I traveled to a different state and went to a different place and
Where
had
no
some
local people
where nobody I
touch
knew.
it.
But fuck going to the CVS up here and having Bob develop that shit. Kiss my ass. That's not happening.
No, I was smart enough. I didn't go to Hinesville to get that shit developed because somebody would recognize us.
What were they?
Just parties.
Oh, got it.
We would always take pictures at parties and things like that, and we should not have been taking pictures at parties.
Could you imagine if we had like Facebook when we were kids?
Shit, we'd all be in jail.
Nope.
Could you
Snapchat.
imagine? Oh, well, Snapchat's one thing, right? Because like if somebody screenshots it, Snapchat tells you like your picture is out in the world
Right,
and then
you
it
be,
disappears.
Listen here, fucking creeper.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I tell so I'm old, I have a kid, and I tell them all the time, I'm like, look, any picture that you take, that shit lives on forever. Even Snapchat's like, oh, it disappears. No, it doesn't. No,
Yeah,
it
that's
doesn't.
why a year later, like, oh, do you want to see what you posted a year ago? No, bitch.
You said it was going away.
Yeah.
How do you know
I thought it
this?
disappeared after 72 hours.
I mean, come the fuck on.
Yeah. So I have to tell them all the time, I'm like, hey, careful what you take pictures of.
Because I look at some of the pictures that we actually took with cameras and I'm going, fuck me.
Yeah.
And wow. We thought this was a good thing to document. Like, we thought, like, how about I write this down and, like, keep this for, like, You lose all plausible deniability. You lose the ability to go, wasn't me. Like,
Right.
bitch, you're right there.
Yep.
You're right there. Yeah, I couldn't imagine, because I know enough to know that I would be the same person. Like, I would be the dumb bitch posting all that shit on Facebook. Like, woo, Friday night fucking slayed. And I'm like, I would post all I know I would. I would be so stupid. I would be so dumb.
Even like 25 years later, a friend of mine, my sister-in-law, she was looking through some pictures too, and then her mom was like, looking over her shoulder, like, what are you looking at? And she like slammed it down the floor. She's like, you can't look. Like 25 years later, we are still embarrassed about these photos.
So interestingly enough, I am not. I think I've told my folks like all of my stories, or most of them that I remember, right? And I even tell my kids. And I don't know if this is the best parenting advice on the planet, but it seems to have worked so far because all of my kids have turned out pretty great. But I tell them, like, when they're getting to that age where kids start to do the shit that kids do, I'm like, look, your friends are going to start doing stuff. And that shit is going to look fun. Because it is.
But it has consequences,
Right.
buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I have to be honest with them, right? Because like if I'm dishonest with them, I lose all credibility, right? So if I said that it's not a good time, that's not a good time. Nothing I say after that they're going to listen to, because they think I'm full of shit. So I tell them that shit's going to look fun because it is. And then the next day, these are all of the things you have to deal with. These are the consequences of those things. So if you think you're grown enough to deal with these consequences, do what you do. But most of the time they're looking at me and go, ew, who would do that? Like, y'all are fucking idiots.
Yeah. I'm open and honest with my kid too, and thank God he is nothing like me. He's a little bit of a dork, if you ask me. I'm like, good God, you're lame. You and all of your friends. But it's actually turned out to be really beneficial. But my parents, I have not told anything. My parents are foreign. They are not trying to hear that shit. I don't care how old they are now. They are not trying to hear that.
What?
I thought I heard somebody knocking.
You might. The kids have developed this thing that I don't discourage. Like, they knock on the door of the bitch barn before they come in. And I'm like, come in. Like, I feel like I'm like I don't know what they think I'm doing in here that they have
The
to
shrine,
knock.
the queen.
Which is so funny, which is hilarious, because they just walk into my bedroom. They're just like, pow. And I'm like, y'all don't want to do that. Like, this is a bad idea.
Your kids do that too?
Except for 2 years ago, only if the door is open, they walk right in. Because like 2-3 years ago, Mike bought one of those thumbprint locks. So you cannot get into our bedroom unless you have my thumb or his thumb, and I'm kind of attached to them.
It is the greatest thing, but what it really sucks is if you have it on your front door. So when I first started dating this one guy, my thumbprint was not on the door, but his was. And sometimes it was work trying to get him to the front door. And the problem is, I'm 4'11". He's 6'5" and like 300 pounds. And it was entertaining, to say the least, to drag his ass to the front door.
And I'd have left him in the fucking car. Like, I'll see you in the morning, babe. Love you, mean it. Here's a
Can't do
blankie.
that to mine.
Yeah, we
He
changed
did
that.
to me whenever I'm super, super drunk.
Yes, but your husband is a fucking lumberjack. Like, he could carry me, you, and Silva into the house. He'd throw me over one shoulder, Silva over the other shoulder, and Bride
He's very
carry.
quiet. He doesn't say anything.
But he's like, he's a mountain. He's a mountain of a man.
He just sits there, and then he waits until I fuck up, and he's like, "Oh, let me pick up your shit." I'm like, "Thank you."
Well, it's not a bad thing.
No, it's not. I'm not complaining at all. I'm just
Oh,
like,
and do you know how she took credit for giving me the birthday cake? I take credit for giving her a husband.
yes, this would be true.
So you set it up.
I fought for it.
She did. There was a point where I was like, "I'm out," and she's like, "Are you really?" I'm like, "Listen, okay." So April and I used to be neighbors. I mean, we're family, obviously, but there was a point in time in our relationship where family became neighbors. I would be over there every afternoon, and yes, I was like, "I'm done. I'm out. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not dealing with this shit anymore." And she's like, "Are you really?" I'm like, "Yep, I am." Send.
And my favorite thing is like when she would do that, when she'd like send, Ted texts her back something like, "Okay, whatever."
Well, I will say the last time where she was like, "Are you sure?" It was about 30 days later, and he was like, "Listen." I was like, "Okay, I'll give you one more shot." And then that's all she wrote after that.
But give you one more. Okay, so you make it sound like Ted was a shitty boyfriend.
He was
wasn't.
never.
He was a fantastic boyfriend.
Yeah.
Her whole issue is Ted is like 15,
14.
14 years older than she is, right? And so y'all have been married 3 years. I officiated their wedding.
We're going on 4.
Yeah.
This year will be 4.
So Melissa was 32 when y'all started dating?
I think I was younger than that.
Right. So, anywho, she's divorced. When she gets divorced, she doesn't even date. Like, she's 6 months, she doesn't leave the house. Finally, my mother and I stage an intervention. And we're like, bitch, look. Like, she's 28.
Yeah.
She's 28, gorgeous.
You have plenty of things going.
Plenty of
yeah.
things. And so me and my mom staged an intervention. Like, we brought her to my mom's house. We had a couple of drinks, and we're like, Mel, look. Like, it's been 6 months. Like, Mom goes, let somebody take you to dinner. Like, you don't have to be in a relationship. You don't have to, but let somebody take you out. And so finally she started dating. And then chaos fucking ensued. She's like, these dating apps, and I'm looking at it going, the fuck? I'm like, thank you, God, I'm not doing that, but I'm living vicariously through her. And it's like this weird, like, dating is really weird now. And I was like, this is also very strange. But so she's dating all of these age-appropriate guys, meaning 20-something-year-old still want to be frat boys that are like 2 days from being in their mom's basement. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, what a loser. And then there was the mattress guy that worked at the fucking mattress. What was his name? Scotty? Oh my God. Fuck that dude. I was like, oh my God, I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. I hated him so much, I really didn't even like her with him. Like, I'm like, oh my God, you'll suck. So then she meets Ted, who I had met a couple of years before during the first Rails to Trails Ultra Marathon is when Ted and I met.
Oh.
And so him and Melissa start talking, and she's like, this is so great because Ted is so great because he is so great. Ted's a great guy, and they're having a great time. And then she's like, this isn't going to work. And I'm like, why? She goes, because he's 14 years older than I am. And I'm like, because aiding age-appropriate men is working out for you. I mean, like, that's been a good fucking time. So, yes, not only did I put it together, I was like, shut the fuck up, Mel. You're so dumb. Shut the fuck up. You're so stupid. Like, just listen to me. Like, this is working. Like, this is good. And she was bound and determined to fuck it up. And he was so cute. Has anybody here watched Yellowstone?
Nope, I have not.
It was just
Thank
like,
God I'm not the only person.
Nope,
Yes.
I haven't.
it was
Love
just
that alone.
It was just like that. Like, she'd Beth out all over him.
I've been told I'm Beth.
She'd Beth out all
Is
over
that
him.
the chick with the
I don't know. I
the
don't
blonde
even know.
curly hair thing?
She's not super curly, but she is the girl.
Okay.
She's the main female thing. But yeah, Kobi would like Beth out, and Ted would just rip and go, all right, whatever, I don't care, I'll be here tomorrow. And then she'd come back, and so give him. I guess I had to tell the whole story because you were like, gave him another shot. He was like, he was so patient. Is still so.
He does put up with a lot. Like, when I say a lot, I am not over-exaggerating. He puts up with a lot. I am a handful.
What?
Yeah.
I will say patience is not a virtue that I possess at all
Me
whatsoever.
either.
Not at all.
I'm not very patient either.
That wouldn't be a word to describe me either.
But I do commend you for going online and doing that shit, because there's
That
no
was-
fucking way I could do it. There's a bunch of fucking weirdos around here. I don't know if
Nothing
you've ever noticed
ever
that.
came of that. Let me tell
There's
you.
a
It's
bunch
waste
of weirdos
time
on there.
and money, considering you have to pay for that shit.
I didn't. It got so bad that my secretary was like, "Look, you need a dating profile," and I was like, "What?" So that's how sad it was. But then I looked on there just to see what was available in this local area, and there was like, "There's no fucking way I'm going out with any of these people."
Yeah.
You don't have to apologize for that.
No.
It was so bad.
It shit just
so
is what
bad.
it is. Shit just is what it is.
That's how Dan and I met.
Online.
So I can't say anything bad about it. 'cause
No,
that's
my
how we
co-
met.
I have
That's
two
how my
people
mom
that are
and
like
stepdad
that.
met.
Really? The reason I did it was because I have two people that were the same way. An old boss, she had met her husband that way. And I have a friend right now that she's in a very long-term relationship, and same thing, they had met online. So I was like, okay, maybe. But then I looked at that shit.
That's
and
what
I
you're
was
saying,
like,
though.
no.
You said long-term relationships. Melissa, how long have you been with Dan?
This gets edited. I think it's 17. Dan real sentimental that I can't what's the date?
Don't you know the exact date? Do you want me to call him?
I'm
No.
horrible at.
Do you want me to call
him? I'm horrible at dates, and I can't tell you. I know my
think
daughter
Dan-
is 13.
I think Dan would love that.
You can come if you want to. But
call
I
Dan.
am very
I'm just
Asian.
saying, so-
Numbers are my thing.
I'm going back to
Numbers
the
are my
idea of online dating then to now is probably.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure it was
so bad.
different. But I mean, I didn't put up my profile. My friend said.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, gotcha.
Okay, so you're on the podcast. Say hello.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, love.
Okay, so Melissa was just telling us about all of her challenges with dates and stuff. Do you know that about her?
About what now?
That she has challenges remembering like dates and times and years and those kind of things.
Yeah, if it relates to history, it's,
Thank you.
yeah, I'm sure she doesn't remember a lot of that.
Okay, so then I have a question for you. And because you know this about your wife, you already know that she has challenges in these areas because you know that about her, you're not going to be upset about the question that I ask.
Okay?
No, say yes.
Yes.
Okay. How long have you guys been married?
To the day or to the year?
Which one can
Month? What do you want?
Break it down.
give me? Yeah, just break it down. Give me all of it.
Well, we were married on Dr. Pepper Day. 10, 2, and 4.
What is it?
October 2nd, 2004. Dr. Pepper Day.
I didn't know
What
that
is
was a
that?
Dr. Pepper day.
Well, yeah, because you drink Dr. Pepper at 10, 2, and 4. So we got married at October 2nd, 2004. 10, 2, and 4. That's when you drink Dr. Pepper. It's back old
Did you
commercial.
know this?
It's like their old marketing stuff.
I didn't know this. I didn't know this.
17 years, 9 months, and what day is the 6? So 4 days, 3 days, 2 days, 2 days.
All right, when are you coming over?
Mike said 5:30, so I was planning to leave here about 5:30.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you in a little bit.
Are they already there? So
Dad,
I'll come over now. But.
yeah, Dad just sat down next to my microphone. So,
All right.
all right, we'll see you in a minute.
Love you guys.
I love you too, Dan. See you in a minute. All
Bye.
right,
All right,
bye.
bye.
I love that guy. Okay, so I have a funny Dan Silva story. So we're at a fundraiser, and we're standing in line waiting for tickets. And Dan is a West Point graduate, right? But Dan is the sweetest guy on the planet. Like, you have never met a nicer. Like, he's just fucking nice. Like, period. So we're standing in this line. We're going to get our tickets. And this guy walks by, and he's kind of a broad-shouldered guy. And, I mean, like, he looks formidable.
Fairly tall.
He looks formidable.
Yeah.
He's a dude, right?
Yes.
And he looks at Dan. He goes, did you go to West Point? He said, I did. He goes, you used to haze the shit out of me. And Dan's like, what?
Legit.
He goes, what? He goes, yeah, when I was in West Point, he goes, you made my life hell. He goes, I remember you. And Dan's like, I don't remember you. and all of our dudes in our crew, I wish we had a picture of like their faces.
Yeah.
Because like they don't know Dan like that, right? They know Dan who like scores honestly on the golf course, who like he's just a nice fucking guy. And then now they have this dude,
A different perspective.
that's like, you beat the shit out of me and made my West Point life hell. And Dan's like, yeah, I don't fucking know you. And they're like, this is simultaneously unbelievable and cool and weird and what all at the same time.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That was pretty great.
Back on the topic of years, we got 20 celebrating next week.
That's right. You had an anniversary.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Excited.
Yeah, you sure do. That is great. 20.
Feels like 50.
That's what he said.
I agree.
That is exactly what he said. Oh my God. So we're at the Savannah Bananas game last night.
Oh, it was so much
I heard it was a
fun.
really good game, and they won.
It wasn't even a good game. It was a complete fucking blowout.
It was like 11-0.
Yeah, it was like the Bananas owned them, and it was so much fun. It was such a good time. But in the beginning, they had a marriage competition where everybody that's married stands up, right? And they do the 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. Well, they had a couple that had been married 62 years, right? And then the other guy goes, I've got one down here that's been married 64 years. So they win, right? And my husband looks at us and he goes, the dude that's been married 62 years is going, I've been doing this fucking shit for 62 years and I still can't get shit. So then the 64 couple they ask them for marriage advice. And the woman says, the wife is always right. And then they go to the man, and the man says, I always get the last word. And it's yes, ma'am. And then it gets better.
Yes.
Because like in the 7th or 8th inning, they do the kiss contest.
They bring him down
Right?
on the field.
So for the kiss contest, there's like this newly married couple, this mid-range married couple, and then the 62 years can't win shit married couple.
It was a dance.
right?
It was supposed to be dance competition,
no,
right?
No, it was a kiss competition. And
Oh.
so what they do for the kiss competition is the husband twirls the wife, brings her in, and kisses her. And like who has the best twirl, pull, kiss, right? So the young couple twirls, pulls, kisses. The second couple twirls, pulls, kisses. This couple that has been married 62 years. Now, let's understand that if you've been married 62 years, even if you got married when you were 10, you're in your 70s. Right? If you got married in your 20s, you're in your fucking 80s, right?
Yes.
So this is the age of the couple we were talking about right now.
He tries.
He like they can't get their shit together.
No.
Like they don't know if they're
Like
pushing.
Jesse's even like, what are we doing here?
And nobody knows. Like it gets awkward. They're working on this like move for so long, it gets a little awkward. But the dude finally, like it's like she doesn't know what he's trying to do.
Yes.
But he finally gets it worked out. What he's trying to do is dip her.
Oh my God, that's scary.
No,
thought
it
of that is so scary.
Oh.
He dips her. She goes to the ground.
Yes.
She is on her back on the baseball field. This man climbs on top of his wife in the middle of the baseball field.
That is sold out.
He lays on top of his wife and starts making out with that woman like they are 16 years old.
Gotta love a bananas
It
game.
was awesome. It was awesome.
I was so disappointed that I did not have my video going.
Yeah.
Had I known.
I bet somebody has one.
I'm
Somebody had to
sure.
have posted
I'm sure.
one.
Somebody's got it. Somebody's got it. It was like she goes to the ground and he never hesitates. He is on her. He is on her like blue on Viagra. I swear to God. Swear to God. It was so good. It was so good.
I swear that all the other extra entertainment at Bananas Game is what makes it. It's so great.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, so much fun.
I
and
love
now
the
they
first
have
base coach.
now they have the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, which is like the exact same thing.
Oh,
And it's
they've been, there's all
so
kinds of
much
teams
fun.
that are taking,
Interestingly enough, Major League Baseball is taking a look at some of the banana rules.
Yeah.
Because it makes it.
more entertaining.
It really does.
And I'll be really honest. I wish they wouldn't. If I could be super honest, I wish they wouldn't. If you like Major League Baseball, great. If you like banana ball, great. Like if we could keep both of those
Separate,
things,
yeah.
if we could keep both those things, that I'm a huge baseball fan. Like I'm such a baseball purist that I don't even like the designated hitter rule. I don't pinch hitters. Okay, fine, because you've taken the pitcher out.
Sorry, if you're on
Yeah,
the list,
you don't want that
gotta
shit going on during the World Series.
I don't. I'll give you the pinch hitter. I'll give you the pinch hitter. The designated hitter, I'm all the way fucking out. Like you're on the lineup. Like that's the rotation. Fucking take your swing.
Yeah.
You take your swing. I'll take my swing. We'll just see what the fuck happens. Because the Bananas did it last night. Bases were loaded. They sent in a DH, or I don't know if it was a DH or a pinch hitter. No, it had to be a DH because that pitcher went deep. The starter went, I think, maybe 4 or 5 innings. The starter went, so it had to have been a DH. And bases are loaded, and 1, 2, 3 fucking strikes out. I think it was 1, 2, 3. It wasn't more than 4 pitches. He was not up at bat long. But anyway, I don't like it. But I love banana ball.
Yeah.
I do. But
I love both.
I do.
I love baseball.
When I go to a Bananas game, that's what I want to see. When I go to a Braves game, that's what I want to see.
Oh, you're a Braves fan too.
Of course.
Hello.
You too?
Where are you from?
Most of fucking America, Maria. Where have you been?
So we are a house divided. I hate the Braves. I'm a Cubs fan, and my son is a diehard Braves fan. So every year we catch
The
baseball.
Cubs?
Yeah, my dad's family, when they immigrated from Italy, they all settled in Chicago. So we are a diehard Cubs fan. So every year we travel to Chicago to watch them play, and then I catch a game in Atlanta. We always catch when the Braves play the Cubs. That's like our thing because it's a rivalry for the two of us. So we like it.
But I mean, in fairness, like Chipper Jones has a child named Shay. that he named after Shea Stadium. Like that's a thing. Like I think, and Chipper Jones. So we are such Braves fans that my oldest daughter is 25, and since she was like 4 or 5 years old, she could tell you whether Chipper Jones was going to bat right or left-handed based on the color bat he picked up. Kobi and I have a niece, and when she was, Elizabeth had to have been 4, and so Madison couldn't have been but 6 or 7. And me and Jennifer walk in, and they are fighting. Like, these girls are going at each other because Madison is like, Chipper Jones is the best baseball player that's ever played in the history of the free world. And little Elizabeth, because she's like only 4, all she could say was, Javi, he's my
man. That's funny. I am going to just slap a Braves shirt on and pretend I'm going to go to a game next weekend before I drop my kid off. So I will go and pretend.
You don't have to pretend. We have plenty of fans. We don't need a fake one.
I mean, they're playing the Marlins, so out of the 2 of them, like, who am I supposed to go for? So.
The Cubs need you more than we do.
No, they're done. They won their series, and they are done for the next 100 years. We are good.
But you're right, though. It's hard being a Braves fan. Like, so when the Braves went to the World Series, the first night of the World Series, I'm sitting on the back porch reading a book, and Mike comes out and he goes, babe, he says, do you know what's on tonight? I said, I do. He said, it's the World Series. I said, I know. He said, do you know who's playing? Of course, yes, I know. He's like, it's the Braves. And it was the funniest part. It was like the funniest part of the conversation. He would like ask me if I knew. I would tell him that I knew, and then he would give me the answer anyway. I'm like, yes, I know it's the Braves. He goes, are you not going to come and watch it? I said, I'm going to watch it from right here. He's like, why? I'm like, because you can't look at this shit straight on. Like, the Braves are in the World Series. Like, you can't look at it too hard. You can't talk about it too loud. Like, when I walk through the living room to go to the bathroom, I'm gonna tiptoe so I don't scare it away.
It's like, stressful.
But every Braves fan on the planet knows. Like, you just cannot. Like, you cannot, because they will. I don't know. I don't know what they do.
How it is to be a Georgia Bulldog fan.
Oh, but we had a great year.
We had a great year. I feel what you're saying.
Right.
I feel what you're saying. It's like.
And then for the Bulldogs.
Basically, have your butt cheeks.
Yeah, the whole
so tight. Okay, you can't even.
You have to watch it with blinders.
I drank this whole bottle by myself.
I tasted it. So did Reba.
Yep.
That's true.
Thank you. But no, you're absolutely right. And then the scariest thing about the Georgia game was that it was Alabama, right? And fuck Alabama, can I just say?
Yes.
Yes, you can actually.
Do you want to say it again? Say it again one more time.
Louder.
Fuck Alabama.
That's right.
Okay.
Roll Tide, my ass.
I just threw up in my mouth. Don't ever do that again.
I won't. That's why I said my ass. Okay? I'm not squirting y'all. Don't ever get it twisted.
And
okay?
full disclaimer, if I just offended anybody, fuck you too. It is college football.
That hits differently too.
It does. Like, if you can't respect the fact that I feel that way, like, you're not a real college football fan. Like, even if you're an Alabama fan, listen to this right now, you should be like, I get it. And if your response to fuck Alabama isn't, yeah, I get it, then you're not a real college football fan, right? So, but do you want to know what makes me fighting for Ted so impressive?
Are we back to that?
You know.
We circled back.
You know why we're back to that. They're a house divided too.
Oh, we are certainly. Yes, most definitely.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna hold my gag reflex.
Oh my God. So
yeah, everybody stand by. Okay.
And so while you tell,
oh my God, Alabama or Florida?
Florida.
Oh God.
Okay, Florida.
Ted is a diehard Gators fan.
Yeah, I remember seeing when we were
No.
Yes.
that was on the front of his car.
Those are fighting words around here.
He
Yes.
recently became a Georgia resident. He's been Florida ever since basically he was born. And so at the age of 51, he's become a Georgia resident.
Do something with your mic.
And just so you know, he had to get a new tag, obviously. No longer Florida. That shit has Florida on it. Okay?
Well, Mike's Georgia tag has an LSU on it.
Nope. I'm not for it. Fuck it.
Okay,
Why do you have that shit in my driveway?
But let's be really honest. LSU is greater than Florida and Alabama. Fair.
We can let that one slide.
You
but
can't
Florida,
even argue.
we
You can't
can't.
even. Yeah, there's no. You can't even argue that. Like period, paragraph. There's like all I have to do is say to be an LSU fan is better than being a Florida or an Alabama fan.
sure.
For sure. Now
Unless
there's
you're
an
South
appropriate
Carolina.
use. There's an appropriate use of for sure. That one.
I won't throw another team in there.
The only oh fuck, because Reba's OSU. And in all fairness,
Why? I need to understand why.
because that's where they're from.
Oh.
You didn't know?
Oh, wait. Okay, we're good. Having a brain fart for a moment there. We're good.
Oh yeah, Reba is from
Ohio State,
Yes.
not any other.
not LSD,
They're the most
OSU.
obnoxious people ever.
No,
Who
the
is?
fucking boomers. The fucking
Yeah, I was
boomer
gonna say-
Sooners were way
No,
more
I,
irritating.
Yeah.
I hate Ohio State, and I also hate.
It's not Ohio State.
It is Ohio State.
Is it Ohio State?
Yeah.
Ohio State University.
OSU. The Buckeyes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Don't y'all go with the
I have no
Ohio
idea
State?
what that was. We're all looking
I think that
around.
was the tree. It was a piece of the tree. No lie, I saw it.
Oh,
A limb.
great. We're all gonna die now. So dramatic.
I think it's a tie between them and Wisconsin
What?
as like the most obnoxious people.
Wisconsin.
Wait, why?
Wait, Wisconsin has a football team. Wait,
I
stop.
can understand the Ohio State, but
Yeah.
Full
what?
stop. But no, here's the real truth though. We will like if Ohio State is not playing Georgia, and if Ohio State's not playing LSU, and if the Ohio State's not playing Navy, then we will root for Ohio State. And if they're not playing Georgia Southern,
Like we do the same. We root for your guys'
yes,
teams.
and I for our anniversary, I took Mike when LSU was in the playoffs the year they won the national championship. We actually went to the Peach Bowl, which is why I know that the Boomers are. Wow, I thought LSU people were extra. They ain't got shit on the Boomers. But I have a. I had purple and gold. So I bought. That's what I got in for our anniversary was a trip to the playoff game and the Peach Bowl. And I did. The shirt that I wore to the games is an LSU shirt, but it says "I'm married into this," so that everybody knows. Like I'm just here. And he does. He'll root for Georgia. He'll root for Georgia if they're not playing LSU. I do. He doesn't even mind it. Of course, he does like to tell me how many national titles LSU has had since Georgia had their last one, and now he's got to think of something different because now we're in new.
Yeah.
Look at bitches and bourbon sitting around drinking whiskey talking about fucking football.
And baseball and all kinds of ball.
But I feel like that's like I don't want to even say a Southern thing. It's a Georgia thing. Girls watch football down here.
No.
I noticed a lot
it's
of people don't.
It's an SEC thing.
I would agree with
So,
what she just said.
It's an
That is
absolute.
true, too.
It's an
I've always
absolute.
watched football. And
Yeah, but there aren't as many of y'all as there are us. Like SEC, and
It doesn't matter what team you're coming from. Georgia, Florida,
all
South
of
Carolina,
all of the
Clemson.
women.
I mean,
We
it's all of them.
We do not plan weddings.
Which Clemson's
No.
not even
During
in our
football
division,
season,
but still.
everything is off limits.
And if you're fixing to have a baby, doctors around here will induce you. Like if there's a game on Saturday, like their
Yes.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday birth rates are fucking through the roof during
That is a
football
real
season.
thing. You do
My
not
first
miss
marriage
football.
was on a Georgia game. It was on a Saturday.
It was doomed
When
to fail
Georgia-
right there.
Listen, everybody gave me grief about it. Okay,
Because you were
Grief.
wrong. Because you were wrong.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, I wasn't even thinking about Georgia football. But you should have.
But you know what?
You
They
bitch.
had no business being mad at you. He knew better. Like he grew up in that shit.
That's true.
He
I'm
knew
gonna blame
better.
it on him.
You,
I
There
mean,
you
we
go.
blame everything else. So let's just
Why not?
continue. Let's add that to it.
no, but that's not even a stretch. That's the truth.
you gotta pick something else. Sorry.
Yeah, we drank all that one. What are you picking now? Oh, you can finish that. Or you can throw it in the infinity bottle. Maybe we should do that. Yeah, no. Throw that in here. All that needs to go in here.
Why?
Because we did an episode on it.
I know, but there's already some in there.
I know, but
Wasn't this one terrible?
it was the Derringer was less than stellar.
Desirable.
That's
Was it as bad as the
You should
Senator
open
that you
that
guys drank
Rowan's
last
Creek and
time?
try it, Mike.
What's
I
that?
said, was it as bad as the Senator that you drank last
No,
time?
the
Because I know
Senator-
you were
the
not
Senator
thrilled
was
with that at
terrible.
all.
20 minutes, dinner.
Nice. Oh, I put the wrong toster.
No, I don't think you did.
I didn't.
It has a big old WP on it.
We're going to go get drunk with real people here now. Podcast world, we wish you were here. Ladies, Reba and I cannot thank you enough
Yes.
for hanging out with us on this episode and the season 2 finale
Yeah.
of Bitches and Bourbon.
Till next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for hanging out with Ape and Reba on this episode of Bitches and Bourbon.
Make sure to check out the links in the show notes, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Until next time, here's to bad bitches and good bourbon.
Cheers.